sayings about being Catholic. One of them is that when I was in Florida for 2 days over the holiday, the readings are the exact same readings there that you got here. Whether you're in Scranton or Spain, wherever you go on the globe, the readings are exactly the same. But you don't hear them the same. And this might be a good example. Like, who are the people who walk in darkness? Who are the people who live in the shadow of death? You know what the answer is? Us. It's miserable out there. And last week we had the bishop coming, and he came. It was going to be a big thing, and it snowed. You have your coat on basically from mid-October to mid-April, maybe even into May sometimes. My brother's down in Florida. I went to see him. He's on the golf course right now. I'm not going on a golf course tonight or tomorrow. It's just the way it is. We live in a gloomy, depressed area. We do. Bishop stood right here last week. Those of you who stayed after Mass, it was a wonderful discussion. He said, this is the Rust Belt. We have 7 funerals from Wednesday to Wednesday. 7 funerals. I'll probably do 25 funerals this month, maybe 1 baptism. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I can't change that. Many young people move away because it's a warmer economic environment somewhere else. They can get paid better. If you're a priest in Scranton, you look on and you see 60 and 70-year-old people. That's what you see. Funeral Tuesday, funeral Wednesday, and we'll have 2 more before tomorrow is come and gone. They just do. Where's the light? Where's the light when you live constantly in gloom and shadow of death? Where's the good news? Where's the light arising? You know, and it can be hard to see, but it's there. And the answer is you. You are, and I hope I am too, you're the light shining in the darkness. Like the faith of the people of northeastern Pennsylvania. I mean, it'll be 95 degrees. And people will be sitting over there at the novena in the middle of July, some of them standing, not just because it's something they do every year, because they find something there. And wild horses couldn't keep them away. As hot as they, some people, there's emergency vehicles, because people pass out, but they still come. It was miserable last week. The crowd was not what it is right now, but there were a lot of people here. The faith here is just better. It's just deeper. The priests in Florida, and I looked around my brother, there were very few houses decorated for Christmas. You would not know it was Christmas if I didn't tell you it was the week after Christmas. Here, there are houses that PP&L must make money on their stocks because there's so many lights on the house. You know, the faith is not the same there. It's just not. I would rather be the priest here than there. I would. And the generosity is just better here. I talked at some of the masses last week. We got to get an AED in our church, and maybe in the auditorium too. I was not. It's about $1,000. I was at the back of the church. 2 people had already written me a check. You're not going to get that everywhere else. We have a thing in the bulletin called Meal and a Message. There are nights our soup kitchen doesn't open at night. It opens every day, but at night. So it's a movement. You'll help, I'm sure. Like, could you make mashed potatoes for 5 people? They have to make 50, so maybe you can make 5, you can make 10, whatever. I have no doubt we'll respond immediately. So the poor get a good meal. Soup kitchen can't be open every night. It's just not possible. You'll respond. The kids bring soup and sandwich to the shut-ins. That doesn't happen down in Florida. They don't have the kids. Kids are busy with the warm weather playing sports. Our kids had to get thank you notes every week. Thank you, Father, for the kids doing that. You don't get that everywhere. You just don't. It may be gloomy here, but it's better here because it's deeper here. And the love you see, we have parishioners being taken care of by adult children who left lucrative jobs to come home and take care of mom. It was that or a nursing home. And they gave up well-paying jobs. The people we have who drive to Philadelphia Children's Hospital with their kids, I mean, amazing. People with special needs, kids, amazing. That's what gives you hope. In the face of darkness, it is gloomy here. There'll be a lot of funerals. It is. It is. But as long as we have you, that'll be okay. You know, on St. Patrick's Day at the parade, you see what's those of us old enough to remember when 150,000 people lived in Scranton. Remember the good old days when the mines were strong? I can remember it sort of. Where do all these people come from? Well, they're kids coming home to party, whatever. But it's never about how many. It's about which ones. If you have the right ones, the number doesn't matter. And we have them here. Let us stand, my friends, and we'll profess our faith.